I know that Unisense, we do a lot of things in the grocery area. So a couple of those points you talked about, really what is, now let's get more to the technology aspect of it that Unisense or an organization like ours can provide to an online grocery store or outlet, and what's the outcome. So great, we can help the consumer, we can help streamline, we can most likely increase the cart, but really what are some other benefits that an AI solution can provide to an online grocery store? It may be large like Safeway, or it could be a mom and pop local one that has a hybrid DoorDash type of system put in place.
Yeah, actually, this is it's a great question, and Unisense has actually been doing a tremendous amount of work, in which is directly applicable in this space. I think the first is understanding the behavior of the customer. So if I'm picking up a product once and I don't pick it up again, it means something. It means I'm trying to try something out. If I'm picking up the same product every time, it doesn't mean that product is a slam dunk. It means I have a very strong affinity to that product. And Unisense understands the difference between those two. The affinity could be, for the taste, or it could be for the brand itself. There's so many different reasons why there's an affinity. So understanding the reason behind that purchase is something that Unisense has really invested in. It also kind of understands the market trends. What's there is a fitness trend, there is a health trend, there is a different kinds of diets that are beginning to attract attention. So there's a lot going on in social media for what's actually interesting from a food standpoint, and those are things that Unisense taps into. So it's definitely understanding the consumer a little better and giving the retailer very strong set of tools to deliver their offering to the customer. One thing we've got to keep in mind is, unlike a lot of the other e-commerce categories, groceries are a lot more perishable. Most of them are a lot more perishable. So making them relevant, making the retailer's inventory relevant to the consumer becomes hugely important from a timing standpoint. And that's one of the areas where Unisense has done a lot of research. And at the end of the day, it's while it may seem like a necessity, actually buying groceries is really an experience, Kevin.
That's a great point. It's a great point.
And
you can see it. I mean, you can see it, especially when you go to I'm going to use the air quote higher end grocery stores. How they stack the vegetables, the fruit, the shelving, the music they play, the lighting. It is an experience, and I think what we're seeing is that transition to online. It's no longer just a pull down radio button. I'm going to pick bread, white, loaf, sliced. It's no longer that. It's actually trying to get that same experience you have inside the traditional brick and mortar online. And I think that's where, bringing AI into it is huge. And I think it's a huge opportunity.
Yeah. And like I said, the one thing I wanted to kind of add to that, to the experience part, is what they call content-driven discovery. This one's actually an area where, like I said, it's very visual, but also the ingredients of something are important to the consumer. So if you know the ingredients, you can actually give the consumer a chance to discover something that's beyond what they've tried, so far, and increase the pleasures of the palate.